Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Muscatine Today show. Welcome again to my home. If you haven't caught on by now, I am a little under the weather, and so I'm quarantining at home with my daughter, and we're just making this work. So I'm glad that you guys are joining us this morning on the show. And we have a great guest, and we have great guests lined up for you for the next couple of weeks. And even though we're doing this remotely, we're thankful for technology so that we can continue to have the show and bring you all of these wonderful guests. I want to start off the show by saying thank you to all of our great sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do things like this. So thank you so much to Rivo Plumbing and Heating, R7 Reclaimed, Impact Life Blood Center, Lutheran Living, CBI, our friends over at Toyota of Muscatine, Impact Athletic Performance, Suntan City Muscatine, Real Estate Resource Associates, Unity Point Health Trinity Muscatine, and of course Hy-Vee Muscatine. They're still being so accommodating and taking care of all of the guests for the Muscatine Today show. So we're grateful for them as well. This morning, it's Wellness Wednesday, and even though I'm not feeling well, I'm looking forward to a lot of good tips from my friend Autumn from Impact Athletic Performance. So welcome, Autumn.
Hi, Ashley. It feels so weird without you being here.
I know. I'm so far away.
All right, well, we're going to dive right into this. So obviously our holiday season has already arrived, and it is crazy to think it's already November and we just had Halloween. So now we have two other major holidays happening. We've got Thanksgiving and we've got Christmas. So Ashley, when it comes to holidays, what comes to mind to you?
Family, generally gathering around, the big kitchen table and the kids running around like crazy, being loud, obnoxious, but really it's family and hanging out. And generally we're, run into a couple different places, whether it be my side of the family or Jason's. And so that's something I look forward to and that I always think about when I think about a holiday.
Perfect. Yeah. So most of the time when I ask clients this, hopefully it's friends and family that makes the top three list. And then obviously you've got the hustle and bustle. You have maybe the stress, the late nights, the food, also, those delicious treats at the end, and maybe also some alcohol, especially if you are the one cooking. I'm sure you'll need a couple glasses at the end of your holidays. So after working with our health and wellness for weeks and months, sometimes the holiday seasons end up being the part where we get derailed. So now we're going to focus on how we can still stay on track and still enjoy everything the season has to offer. So today I'm going to be talking about 5 tips that are going to help navigate for a healthy holiday. If you head over to Impact Athletic Performance Facebook page, I posted some wonderful workbook and worksheets that go with today's talk. So you can print those, keep them for yourself, share them with your friends and family as well. And one of my favorite things that I love to do, and thanks to Healthy Steps Nutrition, this is on our Facebook page as well, is this fun word search. So I don't know if you got a chance to look at this, Ashley. So on here, it just says, what are the first 3 words you see? Ashley, did you get a chance to look at this? Hey, Ashley, you're muted.
Autumn, you're in charge.
Yeah, just keep talking. Okay. All right, well, keep going.
We'll have that back.
Technical difficulties. It is okay. So So take a look at that word search. It is on our Facebook page. I'd love to see in the comment section what you have first found. So if you've ever felt derailed or experienced from weight gain during the holiday season, very common that this ends up happening. By the end of the holiday season, it's average that people will also see a weight gain of about 2 pounds just from this period of these last few months of the year. You have Halloween, which is definitely the sweets. You got Thanksgiving. Obviously, we all love the holiday foods. We have our home comfort as well. Then you have Christmas and New Year's Eve, which tends to get a little bit more into the alcohol portion of it. So if you're at the most people, like whether they're aiming to lose weight or not, or even they're gaining weight, you may be wondering how you can still enjoy the holidays and still be able to stay on track to achieve your goals. So we're going to dive right into the 5 tips. So the first tip is to remember your why. So behind every goal, there's an emotion. You don't just create a goal and just say, okay, this is what I'm going to do. There's always a why behind every part. Whether you are trying to lose weight, whether you are trying to maintain, or you're even trying to gain with a performance aspect. When I am working with my nutrition athletes, and I will never call my athletes clients, no matter what thing that we have at Impact Athletic Performance is if you have a body, you're an athlete. So when I work with my athletes, they are nutrition athletes. When you are trying to lose weight and you say, I need to lose, majority of the reason why they want to lose weight is so they can feel more confident within their skin and to have more energy. Those are the top 2 reasons that I always have someone say why they want to be losing weight. So in that workbook, it will go through tip number 1 is your why and what your goal is. And then it's going to ask you 3 times in that workbook why you want that to be your goal, why you have that for your emotion. So an example is I want to lose 10 pounds. Okay, so why? Why do you want to lose that 10 pounds? Well, so I can fit into my old clothes and that are in the back of my closet. I've heard this so many times. I've got this pair of jeans that I can't fit into anymore, and I want to fit into those jeans. Okay, so why are those clothes so important to you? I see pictures of myself, wearing them, and I think I look really good. Okay, so why is wearing those clothes and looking good so important to you? Well, if I lose those 10 pounds and fit back into those clothes, I'm going to feel more comfortable and I'm going to feel more confident in my skin. So notice how I didn't just ask why once. You have to continue breaking down into those whys you want to lose those pounds, why you want to fit in those jeans, why do those jeans are so important for you. There are so many different aspects to that. So then the goal is to continuously check in why that is so important. For some, it may take only 3 lines and maybe some more need more. Everyone has different reasons for every goal that they have. So once you uncover and understand your why, think about writing that down somewhere or having a symbol in a place that you're going to see it every single day. I have a goal that is actually in my closet because I go into my closet every single day. It is my constant reminder of why I am focusing on creating healthier habits and adding them into my lifestyle. Maybe you're writing on a piece of paper, maybe on your fridge, maybe it's on your bathroom mirror, somewhere that you are at every single day that is going to be your constant reminder of why you are adding and creating and developing new lifestyle habits. So tip number 2 is staying consistent. This is one of the hardest ones, especially now during the holiday season. So, I have this magic pill for long-term success, and it is consistency. Consistent actions lead to lasting results. So even during the season of traveling, treats, gatherings, alcohol, it's important to stay consistent with your routine. Just because these are happening doesn't mean that we have to be thrown off of what we are already doing for ourselves. So ask yourself these. Do you have a daily routine? How many days a week do you stay active? Do you have a morning and an evening routine? These are 3 questions that you want to constantly ask yourself to see, okay, maybe I don't have, a daily routine, but I am, I do have something in the morning and I do have something at night. Or maybe we don't have enough of a staying active routine that we need to learn and develop. So here are some tips that I have for you about staying consistent, especially during the holiday season. 1, I want you to first block out time in your calendar to stay active. I want you to take a look at your holiday schedule, and can you find 2 to 3 days out of that week to have time to move? Because any movement is important to have. Maybe you're in a place or you're at home. Maybe you can go into a gym. I know a really great gym. It's called Impact Athletic Performance. But if you also are traveling without that option, just blocking out time to go on a walk with your loved ones. Those are very important to have. Okay, sorry. All right. So next is to block out time on your calendar to pick out what meals you're going to eat for the week. And shopping for your ingredients. I mean, we're right here at Hy-Vee. It's an amazing place to go and find all your healthy whole foods. So not only that, you're going to find yourself staying on track if you plan your meals during the holiday weeks. But this also allows you to stay consistent with even eating on days like Thanksgiving. So we have to stay consistent no matter what the situation is. So also staying consistent with your sleep. Now, I have a 15-month-old, so my sleep isn't the most consistent right now, but majority of the time, we're pretty good. But holiday seasons also often bring late nights. So when we aren't getting enough sleep, this is going to lead to decreased ability and properly the efficiently of digesting food and beverages that we consume may end up leaving us a little inflamed and or bloated. Well, hi, Ashley.
Hi, I'm back.
A little technical difficulty. It's all right.
You're doing
So
great.
I'm just talking about consistency.
I've been listening the whole time. Yes.
Oh, perfect. All right. So also one of the best things that you can do for your body is being mindful about getting at least 6 hours of sleep every night. It's not always the most doable, especially having a 15-month-old. But, as long as I'm getting my 6 hours, 7 to 9 is definitely a way to go in sleep life. So tip number 3 is planning ahead. So I always have this motto: a goal without a plan is just a wish. Especially during the busy season, holiday seasons, it's very easy to let go of your health and fitness, and you let that slip into the back burner. By having a plan, you're setting yourself up for success. Planning out your meals, planning out your snacks for the week. If you're traveling, a great lean and a shelf-stable protein can help you stay on track. Just bringing those items with you and always having them available is the way to go. For me, I always like to bring RX bars, or I bring turkey jerky, stuff that's easily to fit into my bag, that if I need my snacks throughout the day, they're accessible. So being able to, you're scheduling time to go to the grocery store, and if possible, you'll just have that great options to stay on track. So we talked a lot about just consistency, and even on days like Thanksgiving. So what does this mean? One of the biggest mistakes we see people make is changing their routine to save up for that Thanksgiving meal, also known as skipping breakfast, lunch, and snacks, and they are waiting for the feast. I remember as a kid I would do that. I don't do that now because I definitely need food in my system. But if you end up actually skipping meals, you're going to end up falling off track more. And when it gets to that Thanksgiving feast, you're actually going to overeat just because of the skipping of the meals from before. You end up starving your body, and so you are going to actually eat faster and overconsume. And then you are going to feel very bloated by the end of your Thanksgiving dinner. You might not save room for pie. I don't think I can go Thanksgiving without pie. That's just not me. So instead, plan out a balanced breakfast and lunch that's going to be focusing on a lean protein and your veggies. So my favorite breakfast is doing an omelet with chopped veggies and ham. I know, Ashley, you've done the omelets here at Hy-Vee, correct?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. It's one of my favorite things at Hy-Vee.
You do veggies with yours, correct?
Yep. Veggies. Sometimes I'll put like some ham in it, but mostly veggies. They have really good veggies in their omelets at Hy-Vee. They're like big chunky veggies, like the real deal.
Oh, nice. I love that. But yeah, by staying consistent and with your eating routine, it's just going to be easier to stay mindful and to be on track. So remember, meals like Thanksgiving is just like any other dinner time. That's how we have to look at it. We can't look at it and be like, oh, I'm going to have an oversized plate just because it's Thanksgiving. And same with Christmas. Thanksgiving dinner is the same balanced portion sizes, just like you would do with any other dinners. So staying consistent with your balanced meals. So going into the food is remembering the plate method. Now, I've talked a lot about the plate method being on this show. It is very important. I remind my athletes every single time about making sure that we are following plate method and staying on balanced portions. So what the plate method is a half plate of your non-starchy veggies. You have a quarter plate of lean protein, a quarter plate of carbs, and then also adding in a healthy fat. So one of my favorites, obviously, is avocados. I love avocados, but your healthy fats could even include your oils, whether it's olive oil, avocado oil, sesame oil, etc. So if you remember tips 2 and 3, you should be going into a special holiday meal fueled and being mindful. When you step up to the table or like the counter to grab your food, maybe you're ordering at a restaurant, aim to recreate that plate method of half of veggies, quarter of carbs, protein, and a healthy fat. So when it comes to sitting down at the dinner table, Ashley, what is probably the first thing on your plate that you should eat first?
My veggies.
Yes. Excuse me while I take a drink. Yes. So you want to eat your non-starchy veggies first. Next, you're going to go for your protein, and then you're going to save the starch until the end. Also, really nice digestive tip. Remember to slow down. Our brain is always 15 minutes behind our belly. So at the end, if you're still feeling hungry, go back for more veggies. Don't go for the protein, go for the carbs. Add more veggies if you still are feeling hungry. Our bellies need to go about to that 75%, but our brain is 15 minutes behind our belly. So our brain might be telling us, oh, hey, you're still hungry, but your belly might be at full capacity. So if you do still feel a little hungry, go for the veggies.
Yes.
My last tip is just staying mindful. We know that obviously there's highly restrictive diets or mindsets are not sustainable. Our fad diets are out the door. They are gone. So this often ends up leading to the yo-yo dieting, which are the fads. So why does this happen? If you have kids or you remember being one, do you remember when you were told you can't do something or have something? Do you?
Yes. Yes. Not very often because I'm the baby of the family, but I did get told I couldn't have stuff sometimes.
And do you remember then you would hyper focus on that?
Yep.
So it's the same thing. When we tell ourselves we can't have something like pie, cookies, or even just that, chocolate cake. It's a blanket statement of having like the zero sugar. We will start to think more about the cravings until we start over consuming it. If we are told, okay, you can't have that cookie until after dinner, you're going to continuously think about it, and then you're going to end up having more of it because you were told you can't have it. Or in your brain, you're like, oh, I can't have that piece of pie, or I can't do this. our brains start overstimulating what it is. So if you want a treat, if you want a slice of pie, if you want that cookie, great, have it and then just move on. Don't think of it as a punishment. Don't think of it as I'm going to have more even though I'm not supposed to. If my athletes, they end up getting a little shy when they're like, oh, I had a slice of cake. I'm like, okay, it's your bright spot. It's your victory. It's your reward. That's what it is. Don't ever feel ashamed for having, an extra sweet treat or, just like the candy. Hopefully the Switch Witch came by and picked up candy and you guys had some of your favorites with you. But it's just, this is the season of sweets and treats. It's going to happen. Instead of feeling like you are deprived and you can't have something, then you end up overeating it. Have a little bit of it and then just move on. It's okay to enjoy a treat. I will never tell my athletes that they can't have something. I mean, it's the season of sweets. It really is.
Yep. Yeah, I think so many of us look forward to, that dessert that maybe like grandma's apple pie, that we look forward to having over the holidays. So I've done a bajillion fad diets and have went through the holidays sometimes even on these silly diets, and it's miserable. You're sitting there while everybody else is enjoying the meal and you're like, oh no, I can't have any of this, I'm on this diet. Well, by the end of the day, I literally want to shove the whole pie in my face because I'm starving. I'm, following this strict diet. Everybody's been eating all this yummy food around me all day. And so that's one of the things that I love the most about the program that we do at Impact is just that we can have what we want. We just are, being more mindful of our portions and making sure that we don't have cake every day or all day or the whole cake.
Yeah, maybe not the whole cake, but when I talk about coaching, I am a very real person. I still love to have my glass of wine every night. I'm very focused on making sure I have my water with me at all times. Obviously, I am a first-time mom, so I am still learning the life of balance and of my life, plus then taking care of a miniature version of me. Sometimes, I lose sleep, but I regain it by taking a nap because who doesn't love to take naps? But it's just one of those that I will never tell you that you can't have something. I will never restrict you. It's not a meal plan. You eat everyday food. You go grocery shopping just like every day, what you do on a normal basis. But, we're just making sure that we're following portion sizes. We're making sure we're staying on balanced meals, getting movement in. We focus a lot about self-care and lifestyle. It's not just about the food. There's so many different elements about what we teach. So I've just got a few principles of main things that we just talked about. So adding more whole foods into your nutrition lifestyle. You will rarely ever hear me say diet because it's just another fad thing. This is not a diet. This is a lifestyle. This is you every single day. So we're making sure that we're adding more whole foods into your lifestyle. We're focusing on balance, on protein, on carbs, and healthy fats. We want to be focusing on limiting the amount of added sugar that you consume daily. Now, when we talk about added sugar, Ashley, do you remember how many teaspoons that we can have for women and men?
You always put
It's
me
a
on the
single
spot.
digit. Let's just start there.
Yep. I think was women like 5, 3, 4?
Close.
I can't remember.
6.
It was something around there. 6. Okay.
6. Yep. And
6.
then men is 9. So an average person consumes about 150 pounds of sugar. That is 46 teaspoons per day. So it's not surprising. Obviously, sugar is very addicting. When I say that, it's visually scary. But obviously sugar is very hidden in a lot of packages and products. That is really all I have when it comes to my healthy navigation. Go over to Impact Athletic Performance's page. That workbook is on there, so it talks about the 5 tips. On that first page, it talks about you creating a goal for yourself and the 3 reasons why. I talked about that at the very beginning. It is so important to understand the whys behind your goals. Don't just say, I want to. Hello.
Oh, Isaiah.
I just,
I miss him.
Someone in, oh. He said, "Aw."
Aww.
Take a look at our Facebook page and follow those worksheets for the 5 tips for navigating a healthy holiday. Remember your whys, staying consistent, being mindful, planning ahead, and just having the success for yourself. No matter what the holiday season is, every single day is consistent and for you. So,
yep.
Ashley, I miss you. It feels very weird without you being here. But I'm very happy we can still make this happen.
Yes, me too. I think it's important that people hear from you and get some of these tips for the holidays, because I really do think it's having Wellness Wednesdays leading up to the holidays is even more important, because we all get into those situations where we want to have the whole pie, or let's try one of every dessert. So it's really good to hear, there are ways that we can enjoy the holidays and enjoy the things we love about the holidays, while not like completely derailing all of the stuff that we've been working hard for all year long. And I love Wellness Wednesdays with Impact and when you guys come on the show.
Well, hopefully.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Scott will be on next time.
All right. We will look forward to our next Wellness Wednesdays with Impact Athletic Performance. If you guys want more information about being an athlete at Impact, you can go to their Facebook page, check out their website, give Autumn a call if you have questions. It's a fun family to be a part of. Even when you're quarantined, you feel the love. So I am glad that I am part of that family and get all these fun tips. I did not have to use the Switch Witch, but I was looking forward to that. Since Hanley didn't get to go trick-or-treating, we didn't have to utilize Switch Witch, but hopefully there were some other moms and dads out there that were able to use that, and those little tips and tricks are really something that we look forward to from you, Autumn. Thanks for coming on the show today.
Of course. I'm so happy to be here. So maybe I will get a hold of my Switch Witch and let her know to have Hanley get some treats and then leave the rest at her door.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we were not happy about missing trick-or-treating, but it's okay. We'll make it up to her later on. Thanks again for coming. We're going to go to a quick commercial, and then when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit about election results and a fun and memorable thing that we have in our town that I think people will be looking forward to hearing is going to be back again this year. So we'll be back in just a second after this commercial.
We just don't work out in a single plane of motion.
Awesome. Well, I am so glad you guys joined us on Wellness Wednesday. I don't know how many of you guys stayed up late last night to check out the election results and maybe cheer on your favorite candidates. But this morning, I wanted to say congratulations to some of the candidates that we'll be seeing here in our area. Brad Bark, our new mayor of Muscatine, mayor-elect. These are some of the results from Discover Muscatine. If you want to see more from Muscatine County, you can go on discovermuscatine.com and find all of these. But congratulations to Brad Bark and Angela Lewis, Jeff Osborne, Nadine Brockert, Matt Connard, Ken LaRue, and Lindsay Phillips. I'm also down here in the Fruitland area. So congratulations to Marty Hills, Chris Painter, and Jen Smith. Also, the Louisa Muscatine Community School District has a couple new people on the board here. Jeff Riggin and Scott Wilson will be joining that. Actually, Scott has been a part of that. But congratulations to all of these folks who are going to be serving our community. It's no easy task, I'm sure, but we are so grateful to all of you for going through all of the work to going through the whole election process and working really hard to get the word out that you are interested in serving us. So thank you so much to all of them. So I am excited to talk a little bit about, it's just a teaser for now, but a lot of people have been talking on social media and some of the chat pages here in Muscatine about the holiday stroll, something that's been going on in Muscatine for quite a few years. I think over 30 years for sure, maybe 35. And we are excited at Discover Muscatine and Pearl City Media to be taking part in this event, to be putting on this event this year and making sure that this event continues here in Muscatine. We'll be keeping that same first Friday of December that we can all remember as a tradition here in Muscatine. So I hope that you guys will all stick this on your calendar and be watching on Discover Muscatine's Facebook page, on my Facebook page, and hopefully all of the chat pages here as we start getting out some information and some details about what all is going to be happening this year downtown on December 3rd. We are excited to be able to plan this event and take part in a really cool tradition here in Muscatine. So I am looking forward. I always love a good event. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to some new aspects to the event that we're bringing, and also bringing back some of those things that we all love about the holiday stroll and will continue to love. We wanted to give a shout out to the Journal for doing it for so many years and for allowing us to continue that tradition here in Muscatine. It's so important to so many people, and we are excited to be able to continue that at Discover Muscatine and Pearl City Media. I will give you more information, obviously, on the show about it and tell you all of the details as they, excuse me, as we nail them down. But we are excited and looking forward to sharing that really cool tradition with you. I want to thank you all for joining us on the Muscatine Today show today, and we'll see you again tomorrow. But until then, I hope that you guys will all remember that kindness is free. So spread that stuff wherever you go.
Hello, I'm Tennille with R7 Reclaimed, located in Grandview, Iowa. We mix old and new goods together so that you can find the story of your home. When you get here, you will find a mix of old and new goods that are put together so seamlessly you won't even be able to tell which is which. And not only that, it's going to speak to you and your home. We are worth the road trip. We call it the R7 road trip. So punch in 337 Cemetery Lane, Grandview, Iowa into that GPS and make the road trip.
Here at Toyota Muscatine, we believe it's important to be strong supporters of our local community.
And that's why we donate thousands upon thousands of dollars to local Muscatine charities each year.
It's the reason why all of our employees are local to the area and have a vested interest in our community.
Even Daisy and Dilly keep it local by visiting the local dog park.
So remember, when you shop Toyota Muscatine, you're not only sure to get great service, but you're here also supporting local.